Old man here, and all this wood behind me needs a place to live. That story is coming right up. So what we are going to do is we are going to create and make a woodshed right here. And then we're going to chop all this wood up and we're going to put it into the woodshed. In the meantime, I have all my wood over there that I've purchased over the last month or so. And I got my metal roofing. I've got pressure treated wood over here. All this wood here I got for free, so we got to treat that at some point. A couple more burn barrels here, but you see I got 4x6s I'm going with, and just a lot of wood, and we are ready to start. I just finished charring all of the sides for the posts that are going into the ground. That one over there is still smoking, but you can see the ends are really charred good too. So this is a good sign. We're gonna let this cool down a little bit, and then we're gonna show you the next stage in the process here, and that is coating the bottom of these in 50% motor oil and 50% diesel fuel. All right, I got the first one here, and all I'm doing is I'm taking the mixture here, being careful not to spill too much, and just applying it on very generously. And this should really make it nice and protected. For those of you who are worried about oil seeping into the ground from this, this is not really a hazard to my property here. The fuel and the oil is a lot less hazardous than the chemicals they use to treat this. it's level left to right. However, it's definitely got to be shifted that way. This is still level here, so all I need to do is just tilt it back this way a little bit, and we can start filling the hole. So over time, this is going to compact a little more, but I'm going to keep filling it with dirt just to make sure it gets compacted all the way. Let it settle, keep compacting it, compacting it. By the time it's fully compacted, I'll probably be on the floors at that point, but this will still be open, so I'll have plenty of time to do that. So that's about 24 inches deep, and you can see the root right there. And this one went really clean. Just a couple of small roots in the bottom there. I've got these angle plates here, as you can see, and what we are going to do with these is when I make my support joists, headers, whatever you want to call them, for the flooring in the shed, these are going to be the angle brackets that are on each end of the support joist going into those poles that I put into the ground. The problem is these holes are a little too small. They're about 1/4 of an inch, and I didn't want to use 1/4 inch lag bolts. I wanted to go up a size. So what I've got here is 5/16, just a slightly larger. These should be plenty strong enough to support the floor joist and the load that's going to be on that half of the floor. And what we're trying to do here is just make this hole a little larger on each one of these. I have 8 plates total, and I'm only going to put the bolts on the top 2, so that's going to be 4, so I need to make 32 holes. However, I've got a couple left over from a previous job. If you look at this one, I already have the hole generated for this one, cut rather, and it goes right in there just fine. So a couple of these I won't have to cut or drill, but we are going to go through and try to do them all here. We take our bolt, it fits in there quite nicely. Boom, all the way through, the lag screw rather. Get it right in the center. Looks good. So I've got this hardware cloth, aka chicken wire. It's 36 inches high, 25 feet long, and the openings are 1/2 inch. And I'm going to split it right down the middle, 18 inches, and cut it all the way to the end.
Expedia will let you know if the price drops.
That's all she wrote. I've got a 20 pack here actually. So let's show you how that works. All I'm going to do here is just take one of these. I'm going to put it up close to where the angle is so nothing could push on it. So right now I'm putting the joist hangers on each end of the floor joists. I'm just setting them in first. Let me show you. All I'm doing is putting my deck screws, got 1 5/8 inch deck screws, just setting these here first on each side, and then once they're even with the face of it, we'll simply put them on my marks and screw them in with the top. We finished getting the frame of the second building done here. Check it out. And then I went ahead and put the chicken wire up. That'll help prevent like raccoons or squirrels from kind of getting in there. The only thing I need to do now is start back to where I was a week ago and continue on my journey with the floor joists. I finished putting the tarp in on the first shed here, and we're going to do the same over here. This will prevent anything from growing up underneath. Got back from the big box store last night. It rained a bit, but we picked up some composite flooring here. first 2 rows in. From this point forward, I'm going to put a 1/4 inch gap in between each of the boards to give it airflow underneath. I've managed to finish the rest of the decking on the first shed here, and now it's just a matter of rinse and repeating over into the second shed. I've managed to finish off all the decking on both sheds now, as you can see. And then what I'm going to do here, I'm going to bolt these in to this post, and then that should work out quite nicely. I finished all the basic framing for the roofing here, got the outside support structures on, and everything came together quite well. I've completed putting the purlins on both of the sheds, and then we cut the end pieces off as you saw earlier. All I have to do now is put the roofing on, which are the galvanized panels sitting over there on the ground. I just finished painting the last of the panels with my oil and gasoline mixture here. It's the same process I used when I did the posts over here. I've attached a board to the bottom of the joists here to act as a ledge to make all of the panels even as I secure them to the outside of the shed. We're also going to leave 1.5 inches in between each of the panels to allow enough airflow to season the wood. And all I'm going to do here on this is put a 2x4 down like that. We'll put our next one right against it, and then we'll just space those out all the way across. We have completed both sheds. They are completely finished. Took about 6 weeks maybe of weekends and some nights during the week. If you remember, I got all this wood free. The only ones I had to buy were these back panels because I ran out. Everything just fell into place pretty well, as you can see here. We got 1.5 inch slots to allow enough airflow to go in. Really happy with the way it turned out. And now it's just a matter of chopping that wood up, taking this huge dead tree down, got another one just like it out front over there, and start stacking up some wood. Anywho, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to close this one out. It's been a long journey, enjoyed every minute of it, and on to the next project. So until next time, peace out.